Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 26 of the Pokemon NASCAR series. Today we're here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park for the running of the Clarington 200. It is the first of 3 races here in Canada, and this one will be a fun race to watch. It's been one of the longest running races on the schedule, and we're back here at Canadian Tire for another round for the Pokemon NASCAR series. Well, we might see another driver lock his or her spot in the chase after this race today. You never know though what happens at this track or any of the Canadian tracks we'll head to this season. So things are going to get a lot more intense from here on out. And we have ourselves a Penske front row today as Pichu in the number 12 starts on the pole. And Dylan Young is going to share the front row along with him. Dylan Young, of course, he was our previous winner from Biker Necky. Looks to go back-to-back here today and hopes to get into that chase. Alex Hawkins and Avi Sachs in row 2. These two have a win this season, so they're hoping to collect another victory to get them into the chase, one of them in the chase. Row 3 is Morgan McPherson, Sam Rogers, and how about this? The top 5 starters have a win or 2 this season. Even though Pichu has 2 wins, he will not be eligible to be in the chase because he's one of my own drivers. Morgan McPherson has a chance to be in the chase, with collecting a second win this season at this track. And then row 4 is Joshua Sakulli, Max Skinner, and they both have wins. So one of those two could be a 2-time winner after this race. And Brandon Nichols, Ethan Wicken round out the top 10. So 9 of the top 10 starting drivers in the field have a win or 2 this season. Roger is the only driver starting in the top 10 without a victory. We'll see if things could change. And on top of that, Barreto and Navarro start in row 6, and they also have a win each. So a lot is on the line here today. We could see a driver lock his or her spot into the chase here today, or we could see another driver collect a win and make the chase field even closer. So we're about to take you to the green flag. So let's go down trackside for the command to fire up the engines. And the command has now been given. Do apologize a little bit. I'm just going to lower the volume a little higher than I thought it would be. Sorry about that. But anyway, I could have sworn I heard background noise after that, but but anyway, 16 laps here at Canadian Tire, and wow, 2 cars off to a bad start. Grayson Acevedo and DJ Curtis. Won't matter anyway, because they're going to get the green flag anyway. And the green flag waves here in the Clarington 200 at Canadian Tire. And Pichu's off to a bad start. Wow, Pichu got off to a really bad start. I don't know what happened to him. He just fell asleep on the restart or something. And now, yikes, he's trying to catch up to his teammate. But Dylan Young has pulled away, and now Hawkins will try to get second place. Dylan Young looking to go back-to-back in hopes of collecting that victory. That second win of the season, which would be very important because it will lock him up into the chase. Peachy's just going to have to try to battle it out and hope to recover. They're going down the kink. The kink is always one of the toughest turns on the track. So far, no problems. And 2 cars, like I said, off to a bad start here today. I don't know what went wrong with those 2. But now, action continues as Pichu's trying to close in on his teammate. There could be a chance that the number 12 could be a 3-time winner. And oh boy, little contact in the back. Something was wrong. 1 car is up in smoke. Avi Sachs, I think. It is Avi Sachs. He went too high and he couldn't hang on and he is stuck. Wow. That's a tough break for the 18. More drivers up in the wreck, and we have a caution. Crash. There was a crash in the back. What happened? Oh, man. Final corner seems to always have a lot of wrecking today. I mean, wow. Oh, wow. Angel Oliveira was really slow, and he got into Johnny Gardner, and they are taken out. PJ Williams taken out as well. And Acevedo's out of pit road, so is DJ Curtis, and that's going to really make the field even more compact. And now Pichu has just taken the lead again. He is now back on the lead after getting off to a really rocky start in the first lap of the race. Pichu going down low on the kink, and so far, no mess-ups. We've seen a couple races here in Canadian Tire where the kink, the leaders just couldn't hang on to it. But in this track, though, I'm trying out a different version of this track, and that kink doesn't seem to play a factor here today. Although they're still wrecking in the back of the field near the final corner, and PJ Williams is very slow. He's not going to make it to pit road. Pichu leads to the caution. It's a battle of the two drivers of the Penske cars, but Penske obviously has been the best of the teams so far this season. The question is, though, will they have another victory in their hands? Justin Carter, the 22, the third Penske car, is 16th. And how about Luke and Leia Walker, 17th and 18th together? They had a top 5 finish together at Calder Park. They're completely out of it now. Sachs and Mitchell Carter out of the race, and 2 cars leap. Well, of course, the 17 and 3 are a lap down. Green flag again here at Canadian Tire. And is there any mix-up? Nope. Usually, sometimes on restarts, they tend to wreck out after the green flag waves near the start-finish line. But in this case, though, it doesn't happen. And unfortunately for Sam Rogers, he's at a disadvantage. He's got the lap car of Grayson Acevedo in between him. So it's pretty much going to be down to the two Penske cars. Sorry about that. I apologize for that. And if you noticed I added the Canadian Tire logo on the bottom left. That's one of the new things I'm trying out. I'm trying out a new recording software, new recording software to run my races, because Fraps lately has been screwing with me in the past couple races, and I thought I'd try something new. So I'm trying out a new video recording software called OBS. It's open broadcast software, the one that the streamers use to live stream their games. And I'm using that to record my gameplay here, and I'm hoping this works. It's much better because I can add graphics and stuff. And we got ourselves a spin in the back. Rocco Twyman, John Arnett got into a spin and into the crowd. Real scary wreck here for the fans, and John Arnett just ran through a ambulance, and he might have just plowed out, and they might have just plowed a couple fans. Yikes. Yeah. That definitely did plow. That definitely affected some fans in attendance in those seats. Bad news for those guys. On top of that, his teammate was involved in his own mess as Gabriel Wanderley got turned around. Jake Jefferson was the one that turned the 44 around. So the Richard Petty cars. Unfortunately, Richard Petty has not had success here this season, and it shows. On the plus side, though, Sam Rogers did get through for now. Question is, though, will be able to hold him off under the caution. Going downhill and into the kink. Pichu was able to hang on for the lead, a little scare earlier on, but he was able to hang on, and now he has a little bit of a gap between his teammate. However, again, caution's going to come out. It's going to bunch the field. Now Acevedo's going to battle with Rogers, even though Acevedo's a lap down. He was one of the drivers that didn't start off well at the start of the race, and now Rogers is going to try to battle him out. And Rogers is going to hold on for now. Pichu leads to the caution with 10 to go. We'll see if anybody will take their pit stops, since it's the halfway point, so they should be able to make it on just one stop. Probably good news for these guys. They could probably make it on just one stop here today. 8 to go, and there you see 2 more cars out of the race. Green flag again here at Canadian Tire. Pichu pulls again away, and Sam Rogers is going to try to get Dylan Young for the second spot. Do apologize for the little twitching you see. I don't know why that happens sometimes. It rarely happens in Canadian Tire, but it sometimes does happen. And I don't know why. And now they have 2 lap cars in front of the top 5. How cruddy is this? Just wow, really? 2 cars with lap cars there? It's just awful. Oh, bumper to bumper action. Second place goes to Sam Rogers. Nice job getting second. And now the 21 of Morgan McPherson got by Joshua Secully for the 4th position, and now is going to try to get by Rocco Twyman, hoping to get out of the way and hoping to just get Grayson Acevedo, and maybe he could compete for the win. He'll get through the 43. And now Sam Rogers is hoping that Pichu messes up. Oh, close call there. And Hawkins really slow. Hawkins has a problem, it looks like, because he's in a different gear than the other cars. And no problems. First time today we've gone through 2 straight laps of clean green. Clean green. Wow, what was I saying? Yeah, clean green. That sounds right. And we'll see if Rogers can close in on Pichu. Rogers is the only one of the top 10 starter drivers that hasn't won this season. He could become a winner today if Pichu slips. Now McPherson's going to try to get the 17 out of the way. McPherson is going to go for the going to go against the 17. Again, the 17 is a lapped car. Didn't start off well in the beginning and is in the top 5 competitors for whatever reason. Looked like he would have had a good top 5 car if he did. Oh, little contact. Ooh, little paint rubbing. Oh, contact again. They hang on. Wow. McPherson really had to earn it to get by. Man, oh man, that could have been a disaster. That could have been a complete disaster. But a close save, though. And now Igor Barreto is going to have to get by the 17. So the top 5 have cleared of the lap, or cleared of the lap, almost clear of the lap traffic, I should say. Secully's the only one left with the 43 of Twyman. And Dylan Young is dropped, well, has still faded back. Right now, Secully can't shake him off, can't get the 43. And now the 17 is going to go by the 24, maybe. Because unfortunately, Secully didn't have the good run. So now Secully is just, he's not able to get a break here today. He's just trying to pass the 2 lapped cars. And he's hoping to catch up with the other drivers in the top 5. But, well, it's just getting tougher and tougher now for him to get through that. And now Pichu leads with just 5 laps to go. He has nearly a second and a half over everybody. Sam Rogers runs second, and Dylan Young, his teammate, runs third. It's been a mostly dominating day for Pichu. Had to hold off his teammate in the first couple laps, but he was able to pull away and is now going to try to capture a victory here at Canadian Tire. Surprisingly, he has never won a race in Canada. In his 20-year career, in his 26 season career, he's been on every season of the Pokemon NASCAR Series. I don't think he has a win in Canada, not a single one. So if he wins in Canada, it will be finally something to write home about. But Pichu though has 2 wins so far this season, and now it's the Battle Lap cars. We'll see if Barreto though can get by the 24 of Sakali. McPherson, by the way, runs 4th. McPherson himself is having a good day, but he's still looking for that 2nd win this season. He's hoping to get a better chance here today. Question is, though, will it come here? 4 laps to go at Canadian Tire. And Sakali just can't get by the... the 95 just can't get by the 24. Man, Barreto had a run against the 24, but he just can't do it. That's a tough break. Well, if you notice that these cars are separating a little bit more than the races past, it's because I'm trying to make this a less of a caution-filled race here at Canadian Tire. In the past, it has always almost been wreck fests, but with Montreal going to be guaranteed to be a major wreck fest, a survival of the fittest type of race, I figured Canadian Tire needed a break from the wrecks. And I'm still going to tinker around some settings for next season's race in hopes of getting just as much wrecks as we had here today. We've only had 3 cautions, I think, here today. And it's pretty clean most of the day as well. So I'm trying to keep that as a well-balanced race here at Canadian Tire. Because Montreal and 349, I know they're going to be major wreck fests when we get to there. 3 laps to go here at Canadian Tire. And Cody Smart made his way onto pit road as he has stalled on track. You saw him a couple laps earlier. He hit the wall. And Morgan McPherson is a problem. He has a problem. He's not going to make it to pit road. He is stalled on the track, and that's going to bring the caution out. Well, what a tough break for Morgan McPherson, who was running in 4th and has a problem in his car. And now he's stalled. What a shame. He had a top 5 going. But they're gonna race it back to the line. With 2 laps to go, this race is gonna be over. Question is, though, will Sam Rogers be able to catch up to Pichu? Is there any chance for Sam Rogers against the 12? Probably doesn't look like it. Pichu had a 2nd lead over the 31. Question is, though, he'll try to stay out, and we'll see if he can hold on. And Pichu is going to be able to get through the final corners to lead under caution with 2 laps to go. Let's see what happens now. And Pichu comes to pit road, and I just gave away who won the race. Epic fail. But you know who won the race. It was Joshua Sakali gonna get the win here at Canadian Tire. There you see the leaders coming to pit road. Sam Rogers, Pichu, and Dylan Young. But in the end, though, it was Joshua Sakali capturing the win here at Canadian Tire. And now it is official. Sakali scores his 2nd win of the season. And Pericles just blows up in the middle. Wow. Really odd way to finish the race as Pericles blows up, but he still got a top 10 finish, though. How weird is that? He just blew up right before he took the checkers, and Pericles still got 10th place. Wow. At least Luke and Leia finished together in 11th and 12th. Not too bad, not too shabby. But Joshua Sakali steals the win here at Canadian Tire. Who knew that Sakali would score his 2nd win this season? And the 2nd of his career here at this track. And a tough break for Pichu. He'll fall to 30th as he was not able to make it on fuel. But everybody else, everybody else somehow did. Yeah, I don't understand how that works. But again, the pit logic sometimes with these cars is just wacky. So Nothing I could do to change. But anyway, Joshua Sakali becomes a two-time winner. More importantly, he locks the spot into the chase. Our next race will be at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, Canada. Our second of 3 races up north in World Tour 26. Here's the rest of the field, how they finished, and only 4 cars were out of the race. Pretty clean most part, and it was a good race. I thought it was pretty okay to have a clean race for once here at Canadian Tire, because Montreal, as we know, is going to be a wreck fest. So anyway, hope you enjoyed our race anyway, and we will see you guys at Montreal. Joshua Sakali, congrats on being a 2-time winner.